सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Sairam everyone. Today we will be looking at the third anuvaka of Chamakam. Chamakam Tritiyoanuvakaha. Chamakam Tritiyoanuvakaha. Chamakam Tritiyoanuvakaha. Tritiyaha means three, Anuvakaha. Okay, Tritiyaha Anuvakaha. This Anuvaka is a special one among all the 11 Chamaka Anuvakas. This Anuvaka is sometimes chanted as part of the Nyasam or Laghunasam or Mahanyasam, which precedes the Sri Rudram Parayana. It almost is like a Shanti mantra. It is a Shanti mantra because Shanti mantra is where for any prayer, it ends in Shanti. Three Shantis we chant. Because the sound, certain sound vibrations calm us, calm everything around us also. So that's why Shanti mantras are chanted. There are many Shanti mantras which are chanted before any prayer, any chanting of the Veda mantras and so on. And there are specific guidelines as to which Shanti mantra has to be chanted for Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Veda, and various Upanishads or Brahmanas or other mantras. So there are practices which have been in place for a long time. This third Anuvaka of Chamakam also fares very high among the chanting of Rudras. Sometimes when only one Chamaka Anuvaka has to be chanted, the third Anuvaka of Chamakam is chanted. The reason is this Anuvaka contains many sounds, which I will point out, which can result just by the chanting of that sound. The sound vibration can create calmness of all kinds at all three levels of our existence: Sthula, Sukshma, and Karana. Which is why we chant the Shanti 3 times. So this is a special Anuvaka, and let's go into it. Sayam. The first mantra is Sham Chame. Sham Chame. Sham Chame. The sound or the word Sham denotes multiple things, very positive things: happiness, Sukham, auspiciousness, Shubham, and peace, Shantam. It embodies all these qualities. So we are asking that quality of calmness, that state of happiness, that state of auspiciousness, let that be granted to us. Let it be beneficial. Samchame kalpatam. As I had mentioned, kalpatam has to be added to every mantra. Samchame kalpatam. The next mantra is Mayaschame. 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 In terms of pronunciation, both for Samchame and Mayaschame, there are no aspirated consonants or any difficult consonants. So it should be fairly simple. So Mayaschame, the word itself is Mayaha. So because of Sandhi, the Visarga has become Ish. Okay, that's how you get Mayaschame. Mayaha is translated as happiness in the higher world. So in this world, here is Sham. Para, the other world, which is not this, that's called Maya. I don't know whether you will remember that even in the 8th Anuvaka, Shambhave, Mayobhave, Shankara, Mayaskara. So these words are mentioned even in the 8th Anuvaka of Namakam. Okay, this is the happiness, the same state of Sham in the other world is Maya. Okay, that is the meaning which the commentators have given. So I have just used it as this. Okay, so that means we are asking, because even though we are present in this world, there is an element of us which is of the other world, which is the Atman. So the state that Atman has to attain is Maya. Maya. Okay. So that's the meaning of Mayaschame. Okay. The next mantra is Priyam Chame. Priyam Chame. Priyam Chame. See, sometimes when you chant it together, the Priyam, the Anuswara will take on Ing. Priyanchame. So same thing with Sanchame, that's because of Sandhi. Because Cha follows it. So Nya is the sound which the Anuswara which precedes it takes. So Sanchame is generally how it is chanted. So the same way, Priyanchame is the way when you chant it together because of Sandhi. If you say Priyam Chame also, there's nothing wrong with it. But generally in Sandhi, the Anuswara changes to Nya. Okay, Priyam Chame. Priyam is nothing but that is love. Another word for prema is Priyam. So this, as you can see, the third Anuvaka is all about our state of our mind, our state of inner being. Okay, all that is. We looked at the first initially the body, then we looked at the extension of the body and our existence, personality as the second Anuvaka. This third Anuvaka is all about our state of being, state of mind. All that is covered. So Priya means love that which flows from us. We are asking for that also from the Lord, so that also can be beneficial. Priyam Chame Kalpatam. Okay, that's the meaning of this word. I have an excerpt of Swami's discourse, I think, which I have used before also, but we will go through it again. Shankara is made up of the two words Sham and Kara. What does Sham mean? Sham means that which is all pervading like air. The air is filled with bliss. Shankara is one who offers this bliss to all. Nityananda, everlasting bliss, Brahmananda, supreme bliss, and every kind of bliss is conferred by Shankara. So you can say Sham is also bliss, as Swami has explained it. Nityananda, Brahmananda, all that is denoted by word Sham. Okay, Sanchame. Okay, so I thought I would just point that out. We'll go to the next mantra. See, because of Sandhi, an avagraha is used. Actually, I should, usually I put, let me just put that, because last time also I had used it that way. Just to show you that because of that Sandhi, because though I've shaded it, okay. Because if you look at the last Priyanchamenu Kamaschami, so the word is Anukama, but because of Sandhi, the becomes silent and there is an avagraha sign which denotes it. Priyanchamenu Kamaschami. So you may take the may and extend it for this avagraha and then you chant. But if you split the Sandhi, the word is Anukamascha. Anukamascha. But there are no specific difficult pronunciations, so it should be reasonably simple. So Anukamaha is the word itself, mantra. The visarga, of course, takes on ish because of Sandhi. Anukamaha. Anukamaha means object much wished for. You know, as you can see, kamaha is the desire, wish. Anu has multiple meanings. Much wished for also is denoted by anu. There's this, you know, how much of yearning we have. Okay, that is one. Anu also means that which is proper, that which follows as a result of wish. Multiple meanings are given, but I have taken one of them, which is much wished for. Anukamascha. So we asking the Lord, Anukamascha me kalpatam. Whatever we wish so much, let that become beneficial. Because at different points in time, we all wish for something intensely. Okay. So the prayer is, let that also be beneficial. Anukamascha me kalpatam. Okay, let us receive as blessing that desire for something which is yearning. So what do we have to really wish for? It's for attaining the feet of the Lord. Okay, let that be also be beneficial to us and others. And we offer that to the fire. Even that wish also is offered to the Lord. Anukamascha me kalpatam. The next mantra is Kamascha me. Okay, Kamascha me. Kamascha me. The mantra, the word itself is Kamaha. The Visargaha becomes Ish because of Sandhi. Kamaha is pleasure also. You know, I have used a slightly different meaning, but it's also, you can say, desire, but some pleasure which we wish for. Okay. So let whatever we wish for, because all our wishes are so that there is some pleasure which comes to us. So that pleasure which we are seeking, let that be beneficial. Okay, because as human beings, we may have various desires, various wishes. Let them all be beneficial to us as well as to others. That's the prayer, and we offer that desire also to the Lord. Swami always talk about sealing on desires. So that sealing itself is granted by the Lord, so that will be beneficial. Okay, Kamaschame. Because the mind sometimes tends to wish for, yearn for something. Okay, Kamaschame Kalpatam. The next mantra is Sau Manasascha Me. Sau Manasascha Me. Sau Manasascha Me. The individual words, when we split the sandhi, it's Sau Manaha Cha Me. The Visarga becomes Ish because of sandhi. That's how you get Sau Manasascha Me. But it's Sau Manasaha Cha Me. Saumanasaha, I have given the meanings kindness or positive mind. Because the word Saumanasaha comes from the word Sumanasaha. Sumana. Su means auspicious, something which is pure, something which is divine. So Saumanasa is what comes from that Sumana is Saumanasaha. Okay, because certain additions, affixes give it a slight different meaning. So Saumanasaha means that which is we have a certain positive state of mind, which is actually kindness. Okay. So we asking, let our kindness be beneficial. Let's please grant us that kindness which is beneficial. Saumanasascha me kalpatam. And that kindness which we have received from the Lord, we offer it back to the Lord in the fire as offering. So even our kindness, what wells up in us, that also should be offered to the Lord as an offering through service or whatever. Okay. Saumanasascha me. We are asking the Lord to grant us that state of mind, the positive state of mind, filled with kindness, which will be beneficial to everyone. The next mantra is Bhadram cha me. Bhadram cha me. Bhadram cha me. Okay. Here the first letter is Bha, which is the fourth letter in the Pa Varga, so it has to be aspirated. Mahaprana consonant. Bhadram cha me. Bhadram is another word for auspiciousness. I think many of you may remember Bhadram Karne Vishuniyama Deva Bhadram, which we were chanting as part of the Ganapati Atharva Sirsham Shanti Mantra, which we have looked at. So Bhadram is also another similar word like Sham, which denotes auspiciousness. Okay, something good. In Tamil we will say Padramapo, go safe. That which is safe is also Bhadram. What is safe, what is auspicious, what is positive, what is good, all that is Bhadram. Okay. Something which is pure is Bhadram. Bhadram Chame. The next mantra is Shreyas Chame. Shreyas Chame. Shreyas Chame. With Shreya Ha Chame, the Visarga Ha becomes Ish. So Shreya Ha Chame becomes Shreyas Chame. There is no aspirated sounds, so it should be reasonably simple to pronounce. Shreyas-chame. Shreyaha, spiritual well-being. I think I have an excerpt of Swami, so I will not dwell on it now too much. Shreyaha, in our life, there's something called Preyo Marga, Shreyo Marga. Preyo Marga relates to the world. Shreyo Marga belongs to the spiritual aspect of our life. Okay, so Shreyas-chame, so that's the spiritual well-being of our state of being. Let that be beneficial. So we're requesting the Lord to grant us that Shreyas, which will be beneficial to us as well as others, and which we will offer to the Lord. Shreyas Chame Kalpatam. The next mantra is Vasyas Chame. Vasyas Chame. Vasyas Chame. So Vasyas Chame is Vasyah Chame. Vasyah Chame. The Vasyah, the Visargaha, becomes Ish because of Sandhi. So that's how you get Vasyashchame. Pronunciation wise, it should be reasonable, simple. Vasyaha, you see. I use the word Vasyaha is increase in wealth. Vasa means to exist, to be, to reside. So one of the meanings which people give is homes and houses, type of meaning. But the reality is this Anuvaka itself is about a state of being. That means where we are remaining. Again, I say increase in the wealth. So you can say the place where our inner being exists, resides, okay, which is very positive. Let that be also beneficial. Is the meaning. I have given increase in wealth, which is what the commentators have given. But we can take it as something where our inner being resides, the positive place. Let that be also be beneficial. The reality is our internal world, we reside somewhere. Even though physically we may reside somewhere, mentally we may be staying somewhere else. Wherever we think is where we stay. And that can be a troubled place, can be troubled emotions. So we're asking, let that place where our mind resides, where we reside internally, let that be also beneficial. Vasyascha kalpata. I have a few excerpts from Swami's discourses. Let's go through. Satsangam, association with truth, means experiencing Sat, Chit, Ananda. The Satsangam has three facets as indicated in the Manu Dharma Shastra. Bhadram Pashyantu, Bhadram Shrinvantu, Bhadram Kurvantu. See only what is good. Bhadram Pashyantu. Hear what is good. Bhadram Shrinvantu. And do what is good. Bhadram Kurvantu. Unfortunately, in the stage of manhood, these qualities are absent in man. At this stage, he may appear to have devotion, but it is neither sincere nor constant. Spirituality is viewed more as a formal observance than an inner experience. What really constitutes spirituality? Do bhajans constitute spirituality? Or repeating the word Sai Ram or making pilgrimages to shrines? All these are signs of human weakness. True spirituality consists in the elimination of all animal instinct in man and manifesting divine light within him. This is the true meaning of spirituality. I would just like to go back to the previous slide. Sometimes, this is the translation which is available in Sathya because I just wanted to point out, all these are signs of human weakness is the sentence. So there are people who will read this and say, oh, bhajans is a sign of human weakness, saying Sai Ram is a sign of human weakness. No, Swami is not meaning that. Saying these without having the inner experience is a weakness of human beings. So the inner experience, as Swami said, is very, very important. When we say Bhadram Pashyantu, Bhadram Shunvantu, Bhadram Kurvantu, all this is our inner experience. So Bhadram itself, as I mentioned, this third Anuvaka is all about our inner state of being. So which Swami has, stated here when he uses the word Bhadram. Okay. So Bhadram is that which is good, that which is safe to think about, which is an inner experience. And that is first denoted by Bhadram. And Swami is going on to say Satsangam. That is the real Satsangam. That means we have to experience Sat, Chit and Ananda. Only then, that is called Satsangam. Okay. So there should be a state of inner peace, inner bliss. All that is important. Otherwise, lacking that is a sign of human weakness. When we lack that, that becomes a human weakness. And then we are only focused on the formal observance without inner experience. Then it becomes an empty ritual and not spiritual ritual. So, which is what Swami has spoken about. So I thought I would just point it out. Another excerpt also I've got. It's about Shreyas. Man today seeks primarily sensual desires. Secondarily, he desires Shreyas. Shreyas means overcoming the demands of the senses and achieving the spiritual bliss, which is represented by the term Sat Chit Ananda, being awareness bliss. All actions aimed at Atmic spiritual bliss are related to Shreyas. The one who seeks preyas, sensual pleasures, is concerned with the body, while the one concerned with the Atma seeks Shreyas, spiritual well-being. Today, 99% of population are involved in sensual desires and not in spiritual bliss. Education today is mainly concerned with sensory pursuits. All occupations are related to the achievement of sensual desires. All enjoyments are related to the senses. Even the acquisition of wealth is for enjoying trivial sensual pleasures. The involvement with prayers thus is connected with pleasures of the body, the mind, and the senses. There is doubtless need for some concern about physical comforts. Even the body is essential for the realization of dharma, says the scripture. The demands of the body have to be satisfied. Society has to be served. Family responsibilities have to be discharged. The body is the basis for all these. But this should not be the ultimate goal of life. The former relates to the external phenomenal world and is concerned with the worldly desires. Together with these, there should be the yearning for a higher Shreyas, spiritual life. So when we are asking for Shreyas Chame, we are asking the Lord to give us that higher spiritual life, which is our inner experience, which is nothing but Sat Chit Ananda. Experiencing that, Swami says, that is the quality of Shreyas which we are praying for. Now we will go to the next mantra. Yashas-chame, Yashas-chame, Yashas-chame. It's Yashaha cha me, that Visarga Yashaha, the ha which Visarga becomes ish because of Sandhi. So that's how we get Yashas-chame. The mantra itself is Yashaha. What we are praying for is Yashaha, which is fame, good name, reputation, whatever we want to call it, is Yashaha. That means what we leave in this world, the mark which we make in this world should be Yashas. So that actually, the mark we make actually comes from our inner experience, inner being. And when we are able to be in that state of being, what we leave in this world is Yashaha. What people know of us is Yashaha. So that let our name also be beneficial. That is the prayer. Yashashchame kalpatam, Yashashchame kalpatam. Renown, fame, good name, all this, reputation, all that is Yashaha. The next mantra is Bhagaschame. Bhagaschame, Bhagascha me. In terms of pronunciation, there's not the bha is fourth letter in the pa varga, so it has to be aspirated. Bha, okay. Bhagascha me. Bhagaha ja me, when sandhi is split, that visarga in the bhagaha becomes ish because of sandhi, so you get bhagascha. Bhagaha means divine qualities. We have looked at the word Bhagavan before. It has, 6 qualities which denoted by the word Bhaga. So that also we are asking the Lord to grant us, and let that be beneficial. Bhagaschame kalpatam. Bhagaschame kalpatam. So I have an excerpt of Swami which goes through that. So we'll discuss it later. The next mantra is Dravinam Chame. Dravinam Chame. Dravinam Chame. In terms of pronunciation, there should not be any difficult consonant here, so it should be simple, reasonably simple nouns. The meaning of Dravinam is wealth. There are many words in Sanskrit for wealth, but Dravinam is, Dra means that which flows. Wealth which flows. Okay, the reality is wealth, when it flows, it comes to us and it goes to others also. Just the way air which comes in and flows out. Blood which flows in our body. Okay. So the wealth which moves around, which comes, we also come into contact with. Let that be beneficial. Okay, Dravinam. So movable property is, some of the translators have said, that which can move around. Okay. All that kind of wealth is called Dravinam. Because it should not remain with us. It should come and it should go. It should come and it should go. We're asking that from the Lord so that it will be beneficial, because anything which continuously circulates is beneficial. If it's stagnant in one place, it becomes bad. So the real good wealth is Dravinam. Money has to come, money has to go. Funds have to come, funds have to go. Wealth has to come, wealth has to go. That wealth is the best wealth. We are asking for that, so that is beneficial to us as well as to others. I don't know whether there's a famous shloka, Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhuscha sakhato. In that there is a line which is Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. We are asking, the Lord is the real wealth. Lord is the real knowledge. Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. You alone are dravinam. You alone are vidya. You alone are father, mother. That's kind of a shloka. Again, the same word. Dravinam is wealth, which flows. Maybe I will just put it. So that's why dravam means that which flows, liquid. Dravam is that which flows. Okay. So now we'll look at an excerpt of Swami's discourse. The term bhaga represents 6 attributes: divine wealth, righteousness, power, fame, detachment, and supreme wisdom. The Lord is called Bhagavan because he has these 6 attributes. Okay, so the word bhaga denotes all this. When one is possessing of all these, and then that person is having the quality of bhaga. So we are asking for that quality from the Lord, which will make us divine also. Okay, Swami says we have to realize divinity in us, but with God's help only we can realize that. The Lord has to make us available, make us access that divinity within us. So that's the prayer, Bhagaschame Kalpata. We'll go to the next mantra. Yantacha me. Yantacha me. Yanta cha me. There's no difficult consonant, so it should be reasonably simple to pronounce. Yanta cha me. The word yanta means one who drives. Okay. Yanta is made of two words. One is yam, other one is thru. Yam means having control. To drive anything, we need to have control over that. There's one meaning for yanta is sarathi, one who drives a chariot. One who drives the chariot, sarathi, has all the horses in his control. The senses are in the control. So the one who is able to control the senses and drive, that person is yanta. So another meaning is acharya, who gives instructions. Acharyas will tell you what to do, what not to do. That kind of guidance. So we are asking that kind of guidance in us also to be beneficial. That we should receive that beneficial ability to control and drive, make this journey of life. Okay, so yanta chame kalpatam. So we are asking that ability within us, that inner experience, inner being should be such that it should be well self-possessed, controlled, having the quality of yama, which is sense control and so on. Okay. So we are asking for that from the Lord. Next mantra is dharta chame. Dharta chame. Dharta chame. Okay. In terms of pronunciations, the first letter is dha, which is the fourth letter in the tha varga, so it has to be aspirated. Dharta chame. Okay. The mantra itself is dharta. Dharta, generally a father is considered, a fatherly presence is dharta. Dhar also comes from the root word dhr, that means which supports, someone who protects, someone who sustains. Okay, the earth is called dhara, so dhara means one who supports us all. Okay, so dharta means one who provides us and looks after us. So that quality of us, within us, our inner being, which looks after us, which supports us, which makes us stable, makes us protect others, that protective force in us, let that be beneficial. Okay, dharta chame kalpatam. We are asking the Lord for that boon. Okay. The next mantra is kshemaschame. 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 Okay. Kshe. In terms of pronunciation, kshe is ik plus the cerebral sh. Here the tip of the tongue actually points up. Kshemaschame. Okay. Just pay attention to that. Kshema. Kshemaha chame become kshemaschame. Kshemaha, power to preserve existing wealth. So just the way dharta is someone who protects, kshema is welfare also, you see. You can say, so our, how are you? If somebody asks, we'll say, we are well, we are good. That means our inner being is in a state of kshema, in a state of a positive state, which is capable of looking after everything. Okay, welfare, well-being, all that is covered in the word kshemaha. So we're asking, let's have that inner state of being which is beneficial. Okay, kshemascha kalpata. When I think when people ask, how is your kshemam? People ask, how is your health? So kshema means your inner health. It's also you can be saying. And in the Gita, yoga kshemam vahamyaham, Krishna promises, You will look after your yoga. Kema of your yoga will be looked after. The welfare will be looked after by the Lord. So that welfare is also an inner state. We'll go to the next mantra. Dhritischa me. Dhritischa me. Dhritischa me. In terms of pronunciation, the first letter you have to pay attention to because it is the fourth letter in the tha varga. Okay, dhr, just the way dha. Okay, dharta, dhr. So it has to be aspirated. So dhr tischame, dhr tischame. A little bit of exertion, I guess. Okay, pay attention to that. Dhritihi cha me. Is when the sandhi is split. Dhritihi means one who is in a state of dhrida. Dhrida means one who is unshaken, firm. That firmness in us, even during any nothing can shake it. Okay, that ability to be able to face any challenge, unperturbedness. Okay, we're asking for the Lord to give us that unperturbedness, that firmness. Okay, we're asking the Lord, let that be given to us, which is beneficial. Dhritischa kalpata. Dhritischa kalpata. Yes, sister.
Brother, Dhritischa that one is the Dhritarashtra, that Tristi is something relate here, please. Can you see something there? Thank you.
Dhritarashtra is actually, though it's the name of Dhritarashtra, Dhrita means one who is holding on to, firm in Rashtra. One who holds on to power is Dhritarashtra. Rashtra means, the country. See, Dhritarashtra did not want to give up the country. That's why it's called Dhritarashtra. People who are firm in holding on to their power is Dhritarashtra. See, sometimes we have good qualities, unless they are placed in the best situation, they can also be used as bad things. So when the dhriti is placed in the world, we'll hold on to everything. Attachment, unshakable attachment to the world is Dhritarashtra. Okay, that was the problem with him. He had this ability of this dhriti, but it was placed on the wrong thing. If you have the same dhriti in devotion, whereas Pandavas also had dhriti, but it was all pointed to dharma, pointed to the Lord. So we are holding on to something which is impermanent. That will make us Dhritarashtra. I hope it comes.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
So that is why the prayer is important. Let our firmness, let it be beneficial. Dhritischa kalpata. The next mantra is Vishwam cha me. Vishwam cha me. Vishwam cha me. It should be simple. There are no difficult consonants. So Vishwam, being favorable to all. Swami says, love all, serve all. That ability to be able to encompass the entire world, that inner being should encompass. Swami will say, expansion is love. Inner being which expands to cover everything, the welfare of everyone. That quality of us also we are asking the Lord to grant us. Vishwam chame kalpata. Vishwam chame kalpata. Let us also expand. That expansiveness of our inner being, we are praying for. Vishwam chame kalpata. The next mantra is Mahaschame, Mahaschame, Mahaschame. In terms of pronunciation, it should be rather simple. There are no hard consonants. So Mahaha Chame, Mahaha Chame, Mahaha Chame. That Visarga ha, becomes Ish because of Sandhi. So Mahaha is adoration, worship. That in the quality in us which worships, which is a reverence, which praise, adores the Lord. We are asking for that from the Lord. Mahaschame Kalpata. Give us that state of mind. Okay, so we'll go to the next mantra. Samvichame, Samvichame, Samvichame. Okay. If there is no difficult consonants there, but when the sandhi is played, it's samvit chame, samvit chame, samvit chame. That it has changed into ich because of sandhi. Okay, the it, samvit. Here it is it. Okay, I have not done the translation, but I guess you're forced to learn the consonant in Devanagari. Samvit. Okay, so that's sandhi. The it has become. Maybe I think people will ask me to do transliteration of that also. So before anyone asks, I will just okay, samvit chame. So samvit means knowledge of the Vedas. Vit means knowledge. Samvit means that which is complete, which is full, which is true. So samvit is considered knowledge of Vedas and Shastras. So there is something in us which has that knowledge, the inner knowledge. Let that be beneficial. We are asking for that. Samvit chame kalpata. We are asking the Lord. Okay. So the next mantra is Jnatram chame. Jnatram chame. Jnatram chame. The first letter is a compound consonant made up of ij and nya. 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 Okay. Jnatram chame. Just pay attention to that because sometimes people pronounce nya as gya, nya, and so on with G or G, but it should be Jnatram. Jnatram chame. So, okay, just some of the meaning I think I wanted, but I did not put there. So Jnatram, what's the meaning of Jna? Jnatram comprises two words. One is Jna, and the next one is Tra. Jna means to know, Tra means to cross, to take us across. So the knowledge which takes us across, helps us cross something, is Jnatra. So that's why capacity remained at the right time. See, when we're walking along a road, if there's a ditch, knowledge of the ditch so that we can cross over, that is Jnatra. Whenever there's an obstacle, knowledge of that which helps us cross over is Jnatra. Okay. So that ability also should be there. Whenever we come across a problem, knowledge of that which helps us cross over that problem, that obstacle is Jnatra. That also has to come from within. Okay. So that we're asking for that quality which is beneficial. Jnatram chame kalpata. Okay. Knowledge which protects us, knowledge which helps us cross over a hurdle or an obstacle. We're asking for that from the Lord. Jnatram cha me kalpata. So the next mantra, sus chame, sus chame, sus chame. Okay. It is suhu chame, suhu chame, suhu chame. Visarga hu becomes ish because of sandhi. Suhu. So the thing is, I think every parent will want for this, because there should be an inner state of being which will help us to engage with others. Your children, you ask them to do something, they may not do, but if there is a quality in our inner self which will make us achieve that also. We'll be able to persuade others to do the right thing. Okay, that quality, you can say inspiration, which we should, we'll say a leader should always inspire others to do things. When we do something right, when that inspires others to also do that quality is suf. Okay, so we are praying for that from the Lord. So first we should do the right thing, we should be the examples, and we should also be able to inspire others. That quality of our inner self, we are praying for. Sushchame kalpata. Sushchame kalpata. So that we can offer that also to the Lord. So, if the children are not listening or the others are not listening, just chant this mantra. Sushchame kalpata. And hopefully we cultivate that quality. Sire. It's not only chanting the mantra, we should be able to live that also. I think that's also important. We set the example. We set an example which inspires others. But we have to pray. For that also we need God's help so that we can cultivate it ourselves. So we are asking and reminding ourselves that we have to cultivate. Sushchame kalpata. The next mantra, Prasushchame. 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 In terms of pronunciation, it should be very simple. The meaning is prasuhu. I've just taken it from the commentaries. Capacity to order servants. That's what they have given. I may not completely agree with what it is. Basically, pra means in every way possible. The affix. Prefix pra, which is an upasarga, which means everywhere, in every way. Prasushchame. That means Sushchame is only people around you. Prasushchame, in whichever way, in everywhere, you should be able to inspire around you in every way possible. That is also an inner quality. Okay. If we take Swami, he has inspired hundreds and millions of people around the world. All divine beings have inspired. Take Lord Buddha, Jesus, they even today they're inspiring everyone. That quality is called prasuhu. Okay, we're asking for that also, a little of that. In our own way, maybe, Prasushchame kalpatam, prasushchame kalpatam, prasushchame kalpatam. Look at the next mantra. Siranchame. Siranchame. Siramchame. Simple pronunciation wise, it's pretty simple. The mantra is Siram. Okay, Siram. So, possession of plow, bull required for farming. That's general meaning. So, I've just put that there. See, our own Swami will say we have to plow our heart. We should make it ready so that it can be a fertile soil for all good things to grow. So that readiness of our heart, our inner being, which is fertile, which is made fertile, okay, which is remove all weeds, plow it so that it is aerated, all that inner being which is ready to receive the grace of the Lord, so that it becomes a fertile ground. Okay, we are asking for that. Siranchame kalpatam. So that our heart, our inner being is fertile to receive the rain. So where the good seeds will grow, we are asking for that quality from the Lord. Siranchame kalpatam. Siranchame kalpatam. The next mantra is Layaschame. Actually, it should be, because of Sandhi. I think I should put it this way. When it's chanted, we'll say Layaschama because of what follows it, which is rhythm, because of that the me becomes ma because of sandhi, but when it's split it is layaschame kalpatam. Layaschame kalpatam. When chanted together layaschamarithascha, the me becomes ma because of sandhi, but so layaschame kalpatam, it is layaha cha me. Layaha cha me, the visarga becomes ish here. So layaha, I've just taken the meaning which the commentators are given, undoing of damages to them. That is, no damages should be there to the serum, is what the commentators are given. But I would say, that ability to merge in anything, layam. Okay. See, our mind has the ability to merge into anything, which is, it can be God, it can be the world. Okay, that ability to become one with something. Our inner being becomes one with something, that's a layam. So that quality we are asking the Lord to be beneficial. That quality of us being able to merge into anything, becoming one with anything in our heart and mind, let us offer it to the Lord. So Layaschame Kalpatam is our prayer to the Lord. Layaschame Kalpatam. Okay. The next mantra is Ritam Chame. Ritam Chame. Ritam Chame. Pronunciation should be reasonably simple. Just pay attention to the word R. It's not Ru, Rutam, no Ritam. It's Ritam. Ritam. It's a consonant. It's a vowel. R, okay. Ritam, we have already discussed, I think, in many places before. I think in Ganapati Athar Prasirsha also we have looked at. It's truth. Ritam is kind of truth. But commentators have given karmas like yajna. So, sorry. What happened? Oh, sorry. Okay. So I've just kept that also, but Ritam is truth. Swami, I have an excerpt of Swami, so I will just leave for discussion now. The next one is, I think, similar to what we have already seen. Because of Sandhi, the Akara becomes an Avagraha, silent. Okay. So, because when you chant Ritam Chamem, Ritam Chame, Ritam Chamem, Ritam Chame, that A is silent and is specified by a Avagraha, but when it's split, it's Amritam Chame. Amritam Chame. Amritam Chame. I think all of you know the meaning of Amritam. So Amritam is immortality or nectar, elixir. Okay. Amritam, which grants us immortality is Amritam. We are the Devas and the Asuras are supposed to have churned the ocean to get the Amritam. That quality which gives us immortality is Amritam. Okay. So I think here also it's the same thing. So same thing. So Ritam Chame, Ritam Chame, Yakshmam Chame. That's the way it's chanted. Ritam Chame, Ritam Chame, Yakshmam Chame. Here also, because of Sandhi, the A becomes silent and is denoted as Navagraha. But when Sandhi is split, is Ayakshmam Chame. Ayakshmam Chame. Ayakshmam Chame. So the meaning of Ayakshmam, again, in terms of pronunciation, maybe Ksha. Ksha is the cerebral Sha. Okay. Ayakshmam Chame. Ayakshmam Chame. Ayaksham means with freedom from incurable serious disease. That's the meaning they are given. Yakshma means something which is a disease which does not easily cure. Swami will say the vyadhi, the disease is disease of ignorance. Okay, which is the most difficult to remove. So the inner being should be free from that disease. Is the prayer. Ayakshmam chame kalpata. Ayakshmam chame kalpata. I have some excerpts. Let's go through them. It's a lengthy excerpt, but I thought it's a good opportunity to read something of Swami's. So let me read it. One second. Sorry. In other countries and other human communities, we have only one faith, one path, one object of adoration, one form of worship that has sent down roots and borne fruits. This faith may be indigenous or imported. But the people have learned to assimilate it and are allergic to others. In India, on the other hand, there are, since ages, many faiths and many paths, reflecting all the urges of man which lead him inward and upward. Hence, there are manifold alternatives from which man can choose the one that suits his stage of spiritual growth, and with his feet firm on that step, he can raise himself up to greater heights. Indian culture is as the ocean, which has in it the waters of all the rivers, from all the lands, from clouds that roam across all the continents. The ocean that is the source and goal of all the rivers is the bed on which Vishnu rests. That is why Vishnu is the God that symbolizes the universal aspect of the divine principle in the universe as well as beyond it. Rhythm or righteousness is the very breath of Vishnu. For it sustains the stars, it stabilizes society, it ensures advance. Vishnu is that aspect of the Trinity that is concerned with sustaining, fostering, stabilizing, strengthening. So Vishnu has to incarnate often in order to save and salvage the world. He has to re-establish Rhythm, right or righteousness, morality, so that the world may sail on an even keel and reach the harbor of liberation, so that the world may be transformed into a Prashanti Nilayam. India has the Himalayas as her shield, as her armor, as her crown. The range is the sign of majesty, of calm, of cool exhilaration, the call to the heights which man must climb. From the Himalayas have flowed over the land the Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati, the Trinity, the spiritual search Ganga, mental purification Yamuna, and 3, intellectual clarity Saraswati. The Ganga never runs dry. It is pure, full, capable of destroying all the bacteria that bring disease. Indian culture will be alive and active so long as the Ganga flows over the land. It can never run dry. It will slake the thirst of generations. It will confer the boon of immortality on those who crave for it. Because, Swami is actually talking about Rhythm. So Swami is telling Rhythm is that quality of Dharma. For re-establishing the Rhythm that the Lord is born again and again. Rhythm is that which accepts everything and that has a truth which is unaffected and which can grant us immortality. That quality is Rhythm, and that's what we are praying for in the mantra, Rhythm Chame. And the Rhythm constitutes spiritual search, mental purification, and intellectual clarity. All such qualities are embedded in the word Rhythm. So that's why it's this lengthy excerpt of Swami's discourse. This discourse Swami gave in 1970. Okay, we'll go to the next excerpt, another excerpt on Rhythm. Truth, on the other hand, does not change with time. A person may change any number of dresses, but the person remains the same. Thus, truth is the same at all times. I often say that you are not one, but three. The one you think you are, the physical body. The one others think you are, the mind. Mind is invisible. One's happiness or misery is based on one's actions. Rhythm, Absolute truth transcends both good and evil. This is the one you really are, the Atma. You are a combination of body, mind, and Atma. Body is subject to change, it is Atma, which is eternal. This is referred to as rhythm in the Vedas. It is changeless and has no attributes. It is described as attributeless, pure, eternal, highest abode, permanent, and unsullied. Okay, and this is a discourse from 20th November 2001, where Swami is going into details about the word rhythm. Chairamanti.
Ram, Arno, is it true that the Ganges does not have any bacteria, even though so many corpses are being thrown into that?
You know, the people have been trying to look at bacteria and external things and say, you know, it's polluted and things like that. That's why I think the physical Ganges, there is a process to cleanse it, because people have been trying to destroy it just the way dharma. But the belief is, the Sanatana Dharma belief is Ganges is capable of curing all diseases, which modern science may not accept. But my understanding is there have been people trying to do various researches to see whether there's really that quality. I think that is all only, I think, on the physical aspect of it. Just the way in the physical world, dharma also comes down, is sometimes there's damage done to dharma. I think similarly, Ganges also may have some issues when, you know, people misuse it. But I think the belief is that it is capable of curing all diseases. Bacteria may remain. I don't think bacteria are completely absent. Even though they are there, they are made harmless by Ganges, is the belief. But I think Ganges also has, the Ganga water has other dimensions of cleanliness, which can, you know, our subtle form, causal form also can be cleansed by Ganges. That's the belief, because it's believed that rishis from the Himalayas use that, and because of their touch, that's eternally kept pure, and it's replenished, refreshed. That is the belief.
So the
Ganges is pure.
pollution is taken away. The pollution is taken away by their touch.
Yes, by the touch of so many holy people who use that uh, Ganges to bathe, to do whatever. As soon as they touch, Ganges become pure. This is the belief, as I understand.
Thank you, Aruna.
Saira. Because they keep on sanitizing. Saira.
It's like an automatic purifier.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is a natural purifier because of the presence of rishis and great Mahatmas. Sairam, Sister Anita.
Sai Ram, brother. Because Ganges water, you can keep it in a container for years and it doesn't get spoiled. Whereas regular water, if you keep, it doesn't. So it's really baffling to the researchers, which has been going on, and they cannot figure out why. But Ganges water doesn't get spoiled. Isn't that true?
Yes, that's my understanding also, Sister.
Yeah. Thank you. Sai Ram.
That's people keep Ganga Jal and give it to people who are about to
Mm-hmm.
die.
Yeah, you keep it in the house for years, it doesn't get spoiled.
Yeah, we bring it when we come back
Yes.
after a visit from Haridwar or Rishikesh, and they sell it in bottles. But I don't know, how did they really find out whether the bottled water is good or bad after years?
Well, it doesn't get spoiled, so it must be good to an extent, because I won't personally drink the water when I bathe in Haridwar because of so many people like litter in there. But the European scientists and scientists all over the world, they have been researching for years, but Ganges water doesn't get spoiled. You put water in the glass for a few days, there would be bacteria after a week maximum or something, right? So there is something in there which they cannot figure it out. Something from the mountains, maybe. Sorry for digressing.
Yes. Okay.
No, it is holy by nature. It's
Mm-hmm.
a holy
Mm-hmm.
river. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So we'll go to the next mantra. Again, because of Sandhi, the akara becomes silent. Me namayachame. Okay. If you go to the previous mantra and continue me na. So if you me yakshmam chame namayachame. So it's continuing with that Sandhi. But avagraha, I think you all know what I am referring to. So once it's split, it becomes anamayachame, anamayachame, anamayachame. The anamayat is split, it becomes anamayam. So anamayan, things like that, because sandhi it becomes ich. That I also tried to look for, but I could not completely understand the grammar. But the simple word is anamayam, as per the commentators. Anamayam means one who is free from disease. Okay, anamaya. Okay, so ordinary diseases, we have looked at the disease ayakshma, which is incurable ones, which can, but there can be diseases of a normal nature which can also afflict our inner being. So we are asking that freedom from that, which also can be beneficial. We are asking for that boon, okay, from the Lord. Anamayachame kalpata. The next mantra is Jivatuschame kalpata. Jivatuschame, Jivatuschame. Okay. So Jivatuhu, I've just taken the commentators' words as they are. That which causes life. Jiva is life. Jivatuhu means that grants us life. Here they're saying medicine to cure disease, the ability which makes us live. We can say it's our immunity. Okay. So that we will be able to cast away all that is bad. That quality is Jivatuhu. This is from inner self. Our inner being should be such which is capable of pushing away any harm to us. Okay. So that is the cause of life itself. So that life continues. We are asking for that to be beneficial, that to be granted to us. Jivatuschame kalpata. The next mantra is Dirghayutvam chame. Dirghayutvam chame. Dirghayutvam chame. Here, the second consonant, gha, is the fourth letter in the ka varga, so it has to be aspirated. Dirghayutvam chame. Dirgha ayutvam chame. Okay, dirghayutvam chame. Dirgha means long. Ayu means life. Dirghayutvam, that long life. Okay, even for us to live for long, our inner being is important because that is what keeps us alive. When we are positive, in a state of positive mind, our life can also extend. People say, if you are unhappy, if you are not worrying, if you are not sad, if you not angry, you can live longer because you have extended life itself. You have not destroyed life. Okay, that quality is Dhirgayutvam. So we are asking for that, Lord, for that quality which is beneficial to be granted. Dirghayutvam tame kalpata. Dirghayutvam chame kalpata. The next mantra is similar to what I will not I will fix it later. Because of Sandhi, the A is silent with Avagraha, but Anamitram Chame is the mantra. Anamitram Chame, Anamitram Chame, Anamitram Chame. Anamitra means double negative. Mitra means friend. Namitra means enemy. Anamitra means without that. So freedom from enmity. Okay. Even if you see, we had to have friend, Maitri, the friendship and love for everyone. But the problem is sometimes it can turn enmity. Removal of that is anamitra. So we ask him, the Lord, for that quality of anamitra, which will be beneficial. Anamitram chame kalpatam, anamitram chame kalpatam. The next mantra, also because of sandhi, the I is silent with an avagraha. Anamitram chame bhayam chame. Me bhayam chame. But that me bhayam chame includes a, which is silent, which has become an extension of a itself. Abhayam chame is when the sandhi is split. Abhayam chame, abhayam chame, abhayam chame, kalpatam. In terms of pronunciation, the bha, the second letter, is aspirated because it's the fourth letter in the pa varga. Abhayam chame kalpatam. So abhayam is freedom from fear. Abhayam is freedom from fear. We are asking for that also to be granted to us. That fearlessness. When the fear comes, removal of that. We are asking the Lord to grant us that, which is beneficial. The next mantra is Sugam chame, Sugam chame, Sugam chame. We have looked at it in the first Anuvaka also, but in this says the conduct which is acceptable to all is the commentator's meaning. That means we have our inner wish to go, our inner being has its own goal. That should be positive. Our inner goal should be positive. So that's the meaning of this Sugam chame. Okay, Sugam chame. We go to the next mantra. Shayanam chame, Shayanam chame, Shayanam chame. No difficult consonant to pronounce, so it should be simple. Shayanam is rest, bed. You know that ability to relax and rest, restive mind, so to be in that state of rest. Okay, we are asking for that from the Lord, which is beneficial. Shayanam chame. When there's lack of peace, we cannot rest, we cannot sleep. We should be able to rest. That state of rest we are asking for. Shayanam chame, kalpatam. The next mantra is Susha chame. Susha chame. Susha chame. Okay. In terms of pronunciation, the sha is cerebral sha. So tip of the tongue should point upwards. Susha chame. Okay. Susha means auspicious dawn. It's su plus usha. Usha means ushas. Is the daybreak in the morning is called usha. So susha means that usha also has to be su, auspicious. So we're asking for a good morning. Susha means good morning. Okay, the daybreak, the dawn of the day should be pure. That's why we call that's also suprabhatam. Okay, we're asking when we wake up, that's when people are upset, they will say the person woke up on the wrong side of the bed or something like that. That means when they woke up, they were not in a good, calm, rested state of mind. Susha means when we wake up, that has to be, that starting of the day should be very positive. So we are asking for that from the Lord. Susha chame, kalpata. The next and the last mantra of this Anuvaka is Sudinam chame. Sudinam chame. Sudinam chame. The mantra, simple, Sudinam. Sudinam means, Dinam means day. Sudinam means auspicious day. If the morning is auspicious, the day will be auspicious. That's why we have to chant Suprabhatam in the morning. So we make our morning so good. Santhya, the early morning prayers is very important. The prayers make the morning auspicious, Susha. Sudinam, so that the day also will be auspicious. So we are asking the Lord. So during the day also our state of being should be auspicious. When we wake up also our state of being should be auspicious. We are praying for all that with these two mantras. Susha chame kalpatam, Sudinam chame kalpatam. So with that, I have one excerpt from Swami's discourse. We'll just read. At Prashanti Nilayam, every day is a festival day. Every day is a holy day. As the saying goes, it is perpetual joy, perpetual green, Nitya Kalyanam, Pacha Toranam. Following the customary habits of people, feeling that the external signs of auspiciousness have their own value in educating and sublimating inner emotions. The festival of 9 holy nights, Navaratri, is celebrated here also. For that reason, you need not wait for Navaratri here or at home to install Durga or Saraswati in your heart. The day you feel the urge, that day is the auspicious day. Do not delay or postpone. I have been saying more or less the same thing every time the flag is hoisted on this Nilayam. But just as you have to eat the same items of food every day, just as you have to wash your face every now and then, the washed face being washed again, so the spoken message has to be spoken again and again. This is needed for those who have heard it from me already. It is even more needed by those who have come for the first time. This Nilayam abode is Prashanti Nilayam, abode of tranquility. It is the abode of the highest form of peace, Shanti, absolute peace, Prashanti. In fact, you are, each one of you, the abode of tranquility. That is why I very often address you as embodiments of peace, Shanti Swarupalara. My object is to remind you that your real nature is Shanti, equanimity, peace, unruffledness, non-attachment. You cannot draw out from within you that which is not there, is it not? Therefore, Shanti must be there deep down as the very core of your being. It is the ripeness of the fruit, the sweetness filling the ripened fruit. So discourse Swami gave in 1962, where Swami is saying what a day is auspicious when there is Shanti within us. A Sudinam is when there is Shanti within us. And Swami says that is what Prashanti Nilayam is, where Prashanti is completely permanently installed. That's the state to which we should aspire. And this entire mantra is, as I said, it's like a Shanti mantra. By chanting this again and again and reflecting on the meaning of each of the mantras, hopefully we will also travel towards that state of Prashanti, which is symbolized by Prashanti Nilayam, where the Lord resides. With those words, I will stop this session. If there are any questions and I'm able to give some answer, I will give. Saira. I guess it's fine. It's 10:29, 10:30. So we can close the session with Samasta Loka. Saira. Om Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sairam everyone.